Hey guys, it is Holy Basil back with another video. Thank you for clicking on it. Please stick around. But if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering, how did I fill out that shirt? So that's what we're going to talk about. But first, admiring that jawline. I'm still losing some weight, stuck about 212 right now, but I feel like I'm recomping a little and definitely feel leaner, so I'm excited because I'm trying to get lean for Mexico with my wife here in 3 weeks. So in that first picture of me wearing that shirt, I am, I think, like 19 years old and weighing probably 185 pounds. The last picture is weighing about 230 pounds, and that is last year. So it takes time, especially as a natural, to grow and to look like you lift. You have to be patient with the process.
Have patience, don't be in such a hurry.
You can't rush things. If you start to rush things, then it makes you one of three things. You are either going to dirty bulk, which I don't suggest.
Dirty bulking. Oh boy.
I got way too fat in this bulk.
Mac, you have gained, 50 pounds of fat.
Mass.
Fat.
Muscle.
Let's be clear, fat.
It's fat.
And I'm trying to cut down from it. Or you're two, going to give up because you're just discouraged and you're comparing yourself to other people. Or three, you're going to use performance enhancing drugs, which I also did. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was not content with my physique. I was comparing myself to other people, and without any knowledge of programming or proper eating or nutrition, whatever it might be, I used that, and yeah, it was really cool because like I'd bloat up a little bit and then I'd go off cycle and then I'd kind of shrink, and then I'd blow up a little bit and then shrink. But I have been incorporating what I know over the past 5 years of consistent training and lifting to bring in what I'm looking like now. You've got to fall in love with the process and be stoic in your approach and enjoy the process. Chase the stimulus and not the result. Fall in love with training. Results are just icing on the cake. Don't compare yourself to anybody else because you don't know who is on what. Those people at the gym, they could look like crap and be on a lot of gear. They could look amazing and be natural. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Gosh, that's a heck of a load for you to carry around all these years. How does it make you feel? It doesn't matter how it makes you feel!
All these natty or nots, it's just for fun. It's just for clickbait. What matters is you versus you. And as long as you look better than you did before, hey, that's cool. You're working with what you got, despite your genetics. You're probably going to be fatter than you want because a bulk is necessary. Hear me that. I repeat, a bulk is necessary. Unless you just have freak size or some type of special genetics, you're built different, which I highly doubt, you're going to require to get fat, a little fat, so that way you can accrue some muscle tissue. It's not a big deal. Trust the process. Your love handles might be bulging over a little bit, but it's going to help your biceps. And it's going to be worth it when you cut down some, but don't overdo it. Set realistic goals. Strength goals or exercise goals. Fall in love with certain exercises in the gym. Don't do something just because other people tell you to do it. I don't like behind the neck press, no matter how many times I try to do it, so I'm done with it. Whatever exercise you do and progressively overload will yield results. It's just going to happen. Every once in a while, you've got to reflect upon what you're doing, whether it is your training log, whether it's progress pictures or waist and arm and leg measurements. You've got to look back and see, hey, is this working for me? And if not, scrap it, change it up, because you will stagnate in your training. You will have plateaus in your training. But what was working 3 months ago might not be working now. So you've got to switch up things every once in a while if you want to grow. You got to train insane or remain the same, they say. Well, train boring and then mix it up sometimes. Dial in. Really focus on what you're doing. When I was in college, I was trying to do CrossFit, but I really was trying to build muscle, but I was running like a sub 6-minute mile and not eating enough and doing a million burpees. That's not conducive to muscle growth. Yes, cardio is beneficial, but to the extreme that I was doing it, it was not. Don't try to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Just focus. These people that do this hybrid training, yeah, it's cool and fun and all, but unless you're on performance enhancing drugs, you're just gonna wind up mediocre at each one, just like CrossFit. Progressive overload. Everybody talks about it. Is it important? Yes. You've got to do more, and whether that is in less time, so like the density of your workout, whether that is volume, so more sets and reps, or if it is more weight, more load, that's great. But don't get too focused on it. Sometimes we get too focused on it, and if you think you're not progressively overloading over a month as much as you should be patient. Basement Bodybuilding is a great resource for that because he talks about approaching it with a patient mindset and being content with incremental gains, because a rep here and there equates over a year to a lot. You're not always going to look like you're in tip-top shape. You're going to fluctuate sometimes. Maybe your strength is not there over the one strength block, or maybe you don't look as full. It's okay. And when you cut down, you might not be filling out that same t-shirt. You just got to be okay with that. So look, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching, and I'm really excited to showcase what I bring to the table at the end of this cut in 3 weeks. Peace.